first episode of the AM Drip, a daily briefing on tech, finance, and macro news to get you informed quickly and efficiently. I'll be your host, Frank Anthony, and my job here is to let you all know what the heck is going on. In 2025, and likely for the past decade, it seems like information is abundantly available. And with all that information right at your fingertips, it can get overwhelming at times. So I'm here to help you cut through the noise and hopefully spice up your day with a topic or two that you didn't catch yesterday. I'll be trying to release this podcast early mornings on weekdays so you can enjoy it with your morning coffee or beverage of choice. On a final note, before we begin, I want to let you all know that I am the sole producer, editor, and organizer of this podcast. So, while my main focus will be on this project, it's my first time tackling something like this. I'll be learning as I go, so your understanding is greatly appreciated. All right, let's dive in. Yesterday, Apple unveiled their newest product, the iPhone 16e. This model features a 6.1-inch OLED screen powered by an A18 chip that supports Apple Intelligence, everyone's favorite AI. The phone will be available in black and white, and the battery lasts up to 26 hours for video playback. You'll also be able to find an action button on this model and a single 48-megapixel Fusion camera on the back. For those unfamiliar, the Fusion camera combines data from multiple exposures to create a single image with more detail and truer colors, even in tricky lighting. And the starting price is just $599 for the 128GB base model. That's right, it's less than the iPhone 15 that starts at $699 for the base model. So, to get into a bit of sentiment and reactions, I've heard a few people start to refer to this phone as the Toyota Camry of iPhones. Solid and reliable, but nothing groundbreaking, to be honest. A lot of people also believe that Apple Intelligence is somewhat underwhelming, so that being one of the main selling points is a bit disappointing. But it could have serious potential as Apple rolls out more updates to iOS 18 and beyond. One more thing, the iPhone 16e does not have MagSafe charging. It still supports wireless charging up to 7.5 watts, but does not support MagSafe like the iPhone 16 does up to 25 watts. Pre-orders for this iPhone will begin on Friday, February 21st, and will be widely available on Friday, February 28th. Breakthrough-wise, Grok 3 was pre-trained on xAI's Colossus supercomputer in Memphis, which started with 100,000 NVIDIA H100 GPUs. Over time, the cluster expanded to 200,000 GPUs, but the pre-training phase for Grok 3, completed by early January 2025, primarily utilized the initial 100,000 GPUs. Musk himself noted that Grok 3 was trained with 10 to 15x more compute than Grok 2. Coming soon, you'll get a voice mode in about a week's time to talk directly to it, and later businesses can hook it into their systems. Notably, the CEO of Perplexity, Aravind Srinivas, enthusiastically praised xAI for building world-class reasoning models in such a short period of time, and mentioned how this is a strong response from America to the disruption caused by DeepSeek in January. He went on to say, when the API becomes available, we'll integrate. The DOGE Dividend proposal, conceived by James Fishback, CEO of investment firm Majorana, and an outside advisor to the Department of Government Efficiency, suggested sending $5,000 refund checks to eligible U.S. taxpayers. Elon Musk, head of DOGE, has expressed interest in the idea, stating that he will check in with the president regarding its implementation. The proposed payments would be funded by allocating 20% or $400 billion of the $2 trillion in savings targeted by DOGE through federal spending cuts, which are contingent on meeting this savings goal by July 2026. However, it's important to note that this is currently only a proposal and not official policy. The idea remains in its early stages with no formal approval or implementation plan in place, and would require congressional approval while facing potential opposition from lawmakers who may prefer alternative uses for the funds. Oh, and by the way, those TikTok rumors about it being $8,000? Totally false. It's $5,000 in the proposal. This is exactly why you should tune in to the AM Drip, to get the real scoop and skip the wild internet chatter. In other tech news, Microsoft is making waves in the world of quantum computing. They've announced some interesting advancements in their research, including a new chip called Majorana 1, which is related to something called Majorana fermions. These are exotic particles that some scientists believe could be the key to building more stable quantum computers. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella even commented that this work represents, in a way, creating a new form of matter. It's a complex field, but it has huge potential, so it's definitely something to keep an eye on in the future. We'll link some resources in the show notes if you want to dive deeper, but for now, just know that quantum computing is a space to watch. And that's it for our first episode of the AM Drip. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed your first cup of tech and finance news along with a little bit of inspiration. Let me know what you think. You can find me on X, YouTube, and Spotify at the AM Drip altogether. Have a great day and tune in tomorrow for the next episode. And remember, as Napoleon Hill said, do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along.